I think so many people shy away from even acknowledging that cryptocurrency exists. And the reality is, as we move into 2025, this is becoming much more mainstream. I think that it's important that you at least have a level of education around specifically Bitcoin, but really just cryptocurrency in general. It's something that I'm going to do in 2025. I have a Coinbase wallet. I have a little bit of crypto. I've made some money. I've lost some money. Well, I've never sold any, so I've bought it. And so I guess I've made money, but the reality is it's gone up, it's gone down, and it is what it is. I haven't really, I'm not like a trader, if you will. I just bought some, and it's done very well for me, although it's not a ton of money. But I want to learn more about it, because there's no question in my mind. You go watch a couple of these podcasts out there. Look up Michael Saylor, who I mentioned on the podcast, who is the CEO of MicroStrategy. Whether you like the guy or not, or invest in that stock, doesn't really matter. But just listen to a couple of his podcasts, and you'll be like, holy smokes. And just understanding this stuff, being able to speak to it, because the reality is that, and Dan mentioned it, the majority of people who invest in crypto are your younger demographics, right? And in that youngest demographic, I think he said 18 to 24, maybe it was, or, anyway, under 30 years old, only 8% of them own homes, but a large percentage of them are investing in crypto. So you're going to have some clients who might come to you and, they're into crypto, they know about it. You're going to want to at least be able to speak intelligently about it. So I would recommend, even though it does not directly correlate to the mortgage and real estate space, it is something that I would recommend you educate yourself on and understand. I would personally probably buy a little bit. You don't have to go buy a Bitcoin. It's over 100,000 right now. You can buy, $10,000 of Bitcoin if you wanted. You'd only own a fraction of one Bitcoin, but nonetheless, it would put you in the game, and you could watch it, you could see what's going on, you could speak intelligently about it, and that might be a recommendation. It's certainly not investment advice, because I don't have any investment advice as it relates to crypto, at least not now. As I educate myself, maybe in the future, I'll have a better opinion about that. But I do think just being involved with it, right? It's kind of like people that play fantasy football, right? Like if you don't play fantasy football and people are talking about fantasy football, you're like, I don't even know what you're talking about, right? You're not relating at all. But if you've ever played fantasy football and someone's talking about fantasy football, you know exactly what you're talking about, how it works, and the bye weeks and swapping out your players and all the stuff, and the draft and all the things you go through. And all of a sudden you're like part of a club. Well, that's where you could put yourself with, just by being in the game, even at a small amount, it allows you to kind of be, relevant in those conversations, and to think that your clients and potential clients, especially the younger ones, the first-time home buyers, aren't at all knowledgeable about Bitcoin, I think is a bit naive. So anyways, just something to think about, something that came to mind.